Baz Luhrman is an Australian auteur with quite an affinity for theatrical production, incorporating these traits into his films. Directing more than 5 motion picture productions, Luhrman incorporates interesting aspects of film that very few others try to aim for, even if his visions don't always work out.
In his youth, Luhrman's family owned multiple different companies, ranging from gas stations to opera houses. Luhrman quickly adopted an affinity for opera, and before his cinematic debut, he helped direct in theater. Luhrman's first film was Strictly Ballroom, which also started his Red Curtain trilogy of musical and plays adopted into films, the films following being Romeo and Juliet and Moulin Rouge.
Baz Luhrmann as a director on the stage is extremely reminiscent of Baz Luhrmann as a director of film. To be in his establishing shots, he is extremely meticulous about the composition of his shots and who is in said shot. In Australia, Luhrmann has a scene that plays out exactly like a play, the camera being the audience's position and seeing multiple characters enact their scenes. In said shot, which is a dolly downwards, a character is in the top middle of the shot, hiding on top of a water tower, while firefighters are spraying down buildings after a bombing, and a well-dressed character moves stage right, just like how it would inside of a musical or a play. Additionally, due to the amount of characters in the shot and the somewhat theatrical perspective, it's clear that Luhrmann uses his affinity for theater to impact his films as a whole. Another trait that makes Luhrmann's films distinct is his rather ridiculous amount of cuts. And even in a normal conversation, Luhrmann will go from one individual to another just to really harp on the idea that what you're watching is, believe it or not, a film and not a play. The amount of cuts is rather ridiculous as seen in this scene from Moulin Rouge.
Until my dawn.